Well, hey guys, welcome back to Cairn Creek. I'm Jeremy over here at the B&B. Why are we here? Because we just built this nice post and beam porch. We cut this thing out of cedar poles. This took me about a week. I wanted to start here to show you the finished product because it's something I'm really proud of and I love the way it looks. There's a couple things we'll talk about in today's video that I'm very disappointed in, but we're going to work through it. So guys, let's get back to the start of this project, running the Woodmizer sawmill, cutting up these electric poles to make something like this. Back at the shop, and although it's a beautiful day, I've got a chill like none other. So we've got the fire going, we've got our cedar in here. It's amazing it takes that much cedar to build what we're going to build. So typically what I do on a project like this is I'll lay out everything on the floor. Can you see that? So by having our template here, I was able to determine that we have an 8/12 roof pitch. Then this is our beam that it's going to sit on. So now I know here is our cutout for a bird's mouth. Then our tail will be cut here. So I get this one cut. This will be our template piece to cut the other 5. We have a total of 6. And for cutting those bigger beams, I went to Harbor Freight. This here is supposed to hook onto a typical circular saw. I don't know. Rondo says it's a must-have for the Cairn Creek mill shop. So we're gonna get this hooked up and see it in action. It looks pretty dangerous to me. If this shit goes on bad, I'm blaming it on Rondo. I don't know if I like it. It definitely cut through, but for finesse work, it's going to leave that ragged tip, that edge as the saw blade comes through. Now I got some 8x8 beams that might be real handy on, but I think these 4x6 beams, the rafters at least, we're going to try a conventional circular saw. So this is an old saw I have, that old DeWalt. So I'll keep that together, and I'll get my newer DeWalt out with the circular saw blade. So I'll have both. We'll just see how it goes. That's the way things go out here at Cairn Creek. You just never know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going on. Oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. Just like that. Mama told me when I was young. That is not beautiful. I think I need to take just a little bit off our centerpiece. Working with fine-tuned measurements here. Man, that's looking pretty good. How's it look from back here? And I still haven't determined whether I want to build this whole thing, roof decking and all, and then carry it over and put it in place, or just get everything fitted, disassembled, and then put it in place over there. I mean, it'd be pretty easy to take a skid loader, pick it up, set the post. I think that's going to be my stopping point for now, but it's really coming together. I see it, and you might wonder, how did I come up with this design? Well, I just looked on the internet and found some pictures, some Google images, and I picked one I kind of liked that would work. Obviously, went over, took some measurements, and custom made it. Now, I will say this needs just a clear coat of sealer on it. It would definitely be easier to do it here, especially we're still in February, so we're lucky with the weather like today, but it'd be nice to seal it in here. And even if I disassemble it, get it sealed, then put it back together over there. There you go, voila. What do you think? So the next step of this process is the decking. I like to have cedar tongue and groove, so from the underside looking up, you see that cedar tongue and groove. I don't really have the ability to do the tongue and groove. It's not a lot, maybe I can buy some. All right, over here on site at the B&B, made this template because I want to see how this is going to flow, because I think I've determined we've got some rain coming in a few days. I'm going to build this whole daggone thing in the mill shop, bring it over the skid loader and put it in place. I'll kind of show you what I'm looking at right here. So I wanted to make sure our height, we didn't affect the window, because I need to add window trim. Yeah, I know I haven't done it yet, but so just making sure everything is working out. I can get my finished post height by doing this method. So this concrete's got about a 1/2 inch of fall. So I've got those notes right here on our template board. Yeah, I mean, we've always said, the wife and I, the front is just blah. It's like nothing special about it. So I just know this new little front porch, it's all about looks, but it's really going to set the front porch off, set the looks of the whole front of the house off. See, one of the problems we kind of have, there's people in this like coming in tomorrow, so I've got to plan a project like this as efficiently, as quickly as I can, so we don't interrupt the guests their stay. You gotta love it though. I'm not complaining. That's why I get paid the big bucks. Come on. Day 3, we're starting to put the roof on here. We got a clear coat put on the cedar. We've got a tinted coat for the underside, because this is what it's gonna look like underneath. So I tried to match up this pine. So we're using pine tongue and groove for our ceiling, our exposed ceiling. I better turn Alan Jackson down. All right, so don't want to get copyright with Alan Jackson in the background, which Alan Jackson is money. So your boy JSF here is a little bit sick, but we've been trudging along, getting this project moving to the next step, because now it's Saturday. The goal would be is get this whole thing built and completed over the weekend. Our Airbnb guests will be going out Sunday evening, so maybe Sunday evening or Monday evening we can get over there, cut out the old siding on that pitch, take the skid loader, lift this thing in place, set the post. That's what I'm thinking. It's just, I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm feeling pretty good about this project. I hope you are too. I mean, budget-wise, I'll have to figure, but I think this is gonna be a super cheap project. MVP goes to the Woodmizer. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this project in less than 300 bucks. I really do. And I think actually you've already seen the finished result, but I'm tickled to see it myself. I really am. I cheat a lot over here, I know I do. And when I say cheat, I mean, I pre-build as much stuff as I can here in the mill shop, and then put it in sight like we did with the porch on the horse barn. Any opportunity I can take to work in a controlled environment, such as in the inside of the mill shop, where we've got heat, out of the weather, like right now it's sprinkling, so out of the rain, and get projects done. And our mad skid loader skills will help us set this in place, I hope. Here we are on the job site this morning, just getting daylight enough where I can show you guys what the game plan is. Waiting on a pump truck right now. We've got to pump this concrete in today. We're doing a front porch and a back porch. A little cold right now, but it's going to warm up as soon as that sun pops up. So here we go. We have a 13 by 48 back porch. So we'll bring that pump truck over. We'll pump it in. Out to the front. This job site is a hot mess. Just a plumb hot mess. And here's the front porch. I can barely reach it. It's gonna be really hard to broom this and finish it because we'll kind of be working off ladders and stuff, but I guess we'll make it work. And we gotta pour this garage floor, but we're not doing that for a couple more days. That's the front porch. We'll get the concrete truck set up here. The pump truck will park right here. He'll pump up and over the roof to that back. Of course, if it reaches front. This front porch is a floating deck. So we have this metal down. we'll pour on top of this. While we're waiting on the concrete, I do need to spray these forms down. So I use, it's a form release, because all of these forms you see around the edge, we'll have to strip that 2x8, 2x10 in the front, and rub out the face and broom it, just so you don't have the holes and all that. And it's not that big of a deal to strip and rub the faces, but it's definitely something we're gonna do. All right, it's go time. All systems are in place. I've got my finishers here. We got the concrete, we got the pump truck, we got the sunshine. Let's go, come on. What do you think, Buck?
Another day in the life of JSF.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at the steam and the sun. Beautiful.
JSF show.
Troy's our pump operator today. How you feeling about the job?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So you got controls here, and you just you control the flow.
Yep, there's my flow. I'm pouring about a 3 right now, which we're doing about 56 yards an hour.
Okay.
What is it? Yeah.
All right, we just finished that first truck out, waiting on another truck. But while we're waiting, I want to show you something that concrete people, it's old hat to them, but you might think it's cool. Now, obviously on the front, we have this band board that we run that screed board off of. On the back, we have this chalk line. So on this edge here, we'll just take our concrete and we'll get it up to that chalk line. Easy. Now that gives us a guide point along the house to get our grades. Easy peasy, right? Then we got Stan Wayne on the bull float, laying her down, ready to breathe. And for anybody getting all excited, this concrete has fiber in it. I gave the option to the homeowner to put in rebar or wire, and we just chose to use fiber. I've had real good luck with that, but that's what gets everybody excited when they watch the concrete sections. It's, you didn't have wire rebar. Well, I can show you concrete I've been doing for 30 years almost that is just fine. So it's all about the base. And there's something about that, all about the base. It's all about the base. Now we're on to the front porch. Let's see how that goes. We're gonna make you famous, Chico.
Don't send it to the post office if you're looking for me.
That's the old Fresno float.
Yeah. You gotta lay the front down though.
I know.
You know, cut.
Is it tightening up pretty good?
She too bad here, little back. Just so you get a good water.
We might have to crawl this back and set the broom down. We still got some holes.
Yeah, we crawl. But this way, all we gotta do is go down the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So as you might be able to tell, things are going pretty good. The front didn't fall in, so that's pretty sweet. That front, it's gonna be tricky to broom that. Man, Wayne, oh yeah. And Troy, our pump driver from Inferno, is packing up. It's another thing you see right here. There's about a yard of waste when you use that pump truck to clean the lines out of that hose.
That's how thought when I was
You need to record us for a minute. Let's go on. This is what people want to see.
That's it. Process.
Want to see the forms coming off. Now make sure you're pointing good. It's on. Don't be wasting no more.
I film, isn't it?
My butt crack's not hanging out of this.
Yep. YouTube, this is the infamous JSF.
What we're doing now, folks, we're removing the face form and we're going to rub it out and make it look nice and pretty.
See, kind of like this side over here. I think Buck didn't eat his Wheaties this morning.
Give me some bitch. Rub that out.
Slave driver, boss.
Give me a camera back. They start running. There's the high dollar front porch. Take a peek at the back porch from the inside here. It's about noon. Concrete was here about 8. So about 4 hours before that was all done and ready. That's a big old porch, man. I think this thing's like 30 or 13 by 48. Be beautiful back here. Checking out the mini fair this guy's got going on. There is one last thing I'll need to do. We'll saw cut that. Actually, I'll come back in the morning first thing and I'll saw our control joints in that. All concrete needs some type of relief. As it shrinks, it'll crack. Back to the regular show, Dave. Well, here we go, a week's culmination of sick evenings. We're ready to sit this thing in place. I feel like we're balanced pretty good, but we've got to make the long journey across the road without dropping it. So we're gonna start right here. This is really gonna be a two-person job. We're gonna try it though. We're gonna give it the good old JSF try. I'm on the tip of my forks here, so I can't really go a little bit that way. Several rules are being broken here at Cairn Creek. This is not OSHA approved. Delete. All right, wrapping this thing up. I went ahead and done this just a little bit ago. Doing the finishing touches, but I did want to put that ash overlap siding back in here. I thought that would just give it more of a singular feel to go ahead and encapsulate that back there. I don't know. One of the things I was really disappointed about on this project, I used Thompson's water seal. I wanted a natural, clear look. You know, that clear look when we first cut it. That's the look I wanted to, but I wanted to just protect it. So our finished product, it ended up making it too dark, I think. And we've got like this efflorescence. It's like a flake that, I mean, this sat inside the mill shop and dried, but it's, I mean, you can see it's everywhere. So I'm hoping that'll dry up and dissipate. If not, I think maybe power washing it will clean it off. Definitely dissatisfied with how that looks. I gotta think this project just, I surprise myself sometimes, you know? I really do. Not real happy with the way I was able to tie it into the roof, because if you look up through here, the siding is not exactly, it goes in and out. So ideally I'd like to trim that siding up a little higher than had a trim piece, but I just couldn't do it. So I'm hoping, I don't know, we'll see how that sets with me as time goes by. I might end up trying to do something different there. The good news is I know it's not gonna leak, at least right now. And still no daggone trim on the window. Shame on me to do trim around that window. I need to picture frame it, so I need to actually come, you know, custom cut some 3.5 or 4 inch wide trim pieces. I need to saw out the ash siding we have here and set it and caulk it. And I'll be quite honest with you, I've just lost momentum right now. This project, being sick all week, it's really worn me out. It'll get done. I do want to touch base one last thing before we go, and this is going to be very exciting because this will be coming up here pretty soon, and it's going to be some content that I think you'll be excited to see, as I am. So remember back, we built this wide oak deck. We cut all this deck lumber on the Woodmizer, built this wide oak deck, done that hog panel wiring, railing system. Being that Cairn Creek is home to the most famous backyard golf course in America, Spud Run Golf, we have visitors that stay at this place all the time to golf. Right now we have a 2-bedroom, a king and a queen bed. We've got 2 full bathrooms, but the problem is golfers like to come in groups of 4. We're going to turn this outside deck into an extra master bedroom. We've got a tight schedule. We've got like 12 days to do that. So we're going to work off the existing deck, cut off the railing, build walls, frame in the roof. Like I said, tight window, I think about a week and a half, start to finish, because we have basically B&B guests will be leaving on a Sunday. I'm going to start demoing. Then I think we have a week and a half. New guests move in, and we don't want no disruption. The new guests are going to be surprised to see what they got. But we don't want to have any, we don't want people staying here and having construction messes and all that stuff going on. So very exciting, something, I guess, very exciting schedule coming up, and we'll document that. I might even do a video each day through the progress, at least every couple of days, just so maybe we can get a cheering section to root us on, to keep us motivated and get this daggone project done. Well, I know this video took a little bit longer than what we normally do, but I wanted to do that JSF segment. I wanted to kind of take extra steps to show more about this cool ass build we just done. Please, I encourage comments. Like always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for working with us. Cairn Creek. Over and out.